Over the last 30 years, I've been involved in a number of significant change initiatives in organizations that range from the largest defense contractor in the United States to a 135-year-old family-owned business. Although the big businesses have more people involved, the key elements that are involved in making sure that change happens are the same. The first one is starting at the top. If you don't have buy-in from the key leaders in the organization, you're not going to get buy-in from the employees and the whole thing's going to fall apart. The second one is you've got to have the right people on the bus in the right seats. In other words, if you've got people who are in key positions in the organization and they're not the right people to go through this change and come out the other side, you need to make some changes. Now, when you're going through all of this kind of activity in an organization, it's not unusual for them to get a little bit off track. That's where Chris comes in. When we've identified that kind of situation, he's very good at seeing the big picture, helping us put the train back on the track so we can move forward again.
I think the one thing to consider in change management, once you have your strategic initiative done, and once you know where you want to go and it's feasible, now you have to figure out, is it the right change for the organization based on the long-term objectives? If you want to sell your business and you make changes to divisions that don't make you more attractive to the industry, there's no reason to do the change. It's a waste of money. Similarly, if you need to be more competitive in the marketplace and you make changes that don't make you more competitive, then you don't need to do those changes. So the differentiator for us is we look at the long-term objectives of where the business is heading in the future before we make any changes. Once you can identify what changes are going to make you most attractive, now you can get to work.
And then the last thing is the communication plan. If you don't have a specific plan about what you're going to communicate to employees and when you're going to do it, you're going to end up having information voids. And my experience has been that when you've got an information void, employees will fill it with their own stuff. And that's not usually a good thing.
We bring in a team, and for 14 days, we take a snapshot of every process in the organization every 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes, we know exactly what's going on in the organization. And then afterwards, we unwind it, we look at the processes that need to be changed and adjusted that are consistent with the objectives and the long-term direction of the organization, and then we can go to work. And that's change management.
The reason that change initiatives tend to fail is that companies are not doing the planning they need to do, they're not taking the actions they need to take, and they don't have the tools in place to help make it happen. We've used our collective experience over the years to put this system together, and the bottom line is it works.